What up guys, it is WildShrine here, bringing you another episode of the Manchester Road Show with Swansea City. On this particular episode guys, we are playing Chelsea, which is in the Premier League, and in the second game it is the second leg of Nottingham Forest. Well, technically the second leg, it is the actual replay. In this Chelsea game guys, I was going out there kind of hoping for a draw. Wasn't expecting anything much because we are at home. I was expecting maybe we could get a little bit more out there. This is when I actually bring in the new formation as well, the 4-5-1, and I gotta say it's not a bad formation, and it does actually work out pretty well for me. When I was actually picking this formation, I never usually like to play with a lone striker, and this is where I always have my downfall during whenever I'm playing a game. If I have a lone striker, I don't usually play well because I can't exactly get the ball forward, and the play between the both is not exactly the best compared to if it was two players up front. So into this game, not much actually happened. We had a chance early on, and it was basically midfield stuff throughout, but then Torres gets through now. He's running through on goal. Poor defending by you. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the ball. And Vaughan could have done a little bit better there, but unfortunately, he should have done a lot better there in my opinion. And Torres actually, we can see just on the break of half time, and this is what really frustrates me, even the commentator saying on you, is when you can see on the half-time whistle, because you're thinking, right, if I can go in now and in the second half it'll be get ourselves a goal, but then you got the last 2 minutes and you need to try and think, right, I need to get a goal, I need to try and get a goal now before we go in, and it's kind of a bit thing, but we do end up pushing forward straight after that, and we end up pushing forward. We get very unlucky here. Lovely block by John Terry, I think that was. And we end up scoring. Beautiful goal by Graham. He ends up getting slid in the back by Ramirez. So I'm assuming that would have been a penalty if I didn't go in anyway. So we kind of were in a win-win scenario with that. So we go into the second half, guys. Thinking very positive, I think, compared to Chelsea. I was. We are playing well. Great passing football. See you winning the ball now. Shots as well. We've had a ridiculous amount of shots. We ended up having like 6 shots and stuff. There's lovely passing, throwing the ball down, and we have a lovely strike by Balak. That is going to be in goal of the month more than likely, I bet, this month. And I gotta say, what a cracker that actually was. I love our celebration. It's just like awkward. It's just awkward. He's staring at you, lead on the floor. But a perfect strike by Balak. I think I scored one very similar with Seedorf, and he's taking up that central midfielder role in this 4-5-1 very well, and playing it awesome. This is where St. Clair gets injured, guys. You may have just seen him go off there. He actually gets injured. He's out for 3 months, I think it is, guys. I did post in the video before, like, all my injuries which I've had. I'll be sure to post a link in again. But we end up pushing forward, guys, needing the goal, and Graham ends up scoring again, and also the substitute which I brought on, Yatnik Dijallo, I think his name is, or Jablo. I need to have a look at it first. He ends up setting up Graham, sweat goal, but who cares when you're 2-1 up and you need to actually get the goal to push forward to end up winning this game. Come the 90th minute, 3-1, we kind of controlled the game throughout then from the 70th minute to the 90th minute, played really well in my opinion. Overall, we deserved our win. We didn't deserve nothing less, we didn't deserve nothing more. If you were quite surprised, we got anything more. So let's move on to our second game of this episode, guys, and that is Nottingham Forest again. In cup games, in the league, I seem to be demolishing every person. Like, I beat Sunderland 3-1, I think it was, or 2-1, something like that. I beat Chelsea 3-1, and then in the league games or cup games, you could say, look at it, what a ball. Routledge is a really good player, guys. If you are looking for someone to buy Routledge. He is pretty cheap compared to like St. Clair, who's worth like 6 million, something like that. Yeah, so it is kind of weird how we are actually struggling in these League Cup games or FA Cup games. So I went out hoping to get this win, but we didn't push forward as much as I would like. We got this early goal. Well, it was like 30 odd minutes, but it was still like we got the first goal, which was crucial within trying to get this. Williams ends up getting a yellow card, and it's another one of these free kicks which we always seem to concede from, and it is no different here. What on earth Vaughan was actually doing there? He was completely not even central to the goals either. He was like very far to the left, but watching over it, it was kind of really poor defending at the same time, but because of the positioning of the goalkeeper, it does look like it was all his fault, but we should have really won the header. But Vaughan was like over by his far post, like just watching it, he's over there. Obviously it's just a misjudgment, but we can't put all the blame on him. Extra time, guys, we end up going into 90th minute, not much happening, back and forth all the time, that's all it was really, and most of it was kind of in the centre of the park. So Nottingham Forest make a sub, and we end up pushing forward in the 108th minute, something like that. No, it wasn't Routledge. It was I don't know his name actually. I have to have a look. Couldn't even see it there. And he pushes forward, and very unfortunate with the chip, and we end up getting forward again, square across, and the Nottingham Forest defender ends up winning the ball. In my opinion, that was a pass back. It should have been, and we should have got a penalty in our end of 20th minute. But speaking of penalties, we end up moving on to penalties. So obviously I whipped out the technique which I use. If you want to go check that out, link in the description or an annotation on the screen. We start off well. Penalties, I hate taking penalties sometimes, because I'm like, right, even if I still do this technique type thing I do, I've got a feeling that I'll still end up missing. But Nottingham Forest end up missing here. So just before I end the commentary, guys, I'm gonna have a little comment question today. In the last episode I did say, oh, who's your favourite left midfielder? And I said mine was like Gutierrez and stuff like that. I want to ask you guys, who is your all-time favourite goalkeeper? Anyone in the world? Mine's going to end up being Brad Friedel, because I grew up with him, and obviously I was goalkeeper when I was younger, playing football. That wasn't long ago, that was like 3 years ago, but yeah, he was my all-time favourite keeper, and I'd like to ask you guys, if you've been this far, who is your favourite keeper? I think it was defence or left mid, I can't remember, but yeah guys, I'll catch you later. Don't forget to like, comment, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe. Peace off guys, bye. And what a win! Yeah!